All right, I'm back. Another video. So, took today off. Decided to head up northern Michigan, the demilitarized zone for Big Gretch's area up here, and figure I'd take a fistful of money with me and spread it out amongst little businesses around, and so I stop at the very first place in the demilitarized zone, the Big Gretch zone. And, of course, there's a sign on the door, please use social distancing and please wear a face mask. So I walk in and I walk up to the bar, and everybody's sitting there with no face mask. Of course, they're drinking beer and eating. And I walk up to the bar and get ready to sit down, and the lady comes over and she says, "Sir, we require that you wear a mask when you walk through the door." I said, "You require that I wear a mask when I walk through the door?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Okay." On the door, it said, "Please wear a mask," which is very polite, but I don't wear a mask. She says, "You're required to wear a mask when you walk through the door. We can sell you one." And I said, "No, thank you. Just up here to spread some money around to you guys, and I don't get it." So I said, "I'll take it somewhere else." She apologized. She was very nice, and she apologized. Like I said, very polite, almost like she's embarrassed about the rules that she has to follow. So I walk out and I sit in my truck for a minute, and I'm going, all right. So I walk in with no mask, and I'm seeing all these people sitting there with no mask, eating and drinking. So you just have to walk in with one on, and then once you sit down, you can take it off. You don't need it anymore. The fuck kind of science is this? I don't fucking get it. You are required to walk in with a mask. After you're seated, you can take the mask off and you don't need to wear it anymore. So, really? So I walked all the way into the bar without the mask, without it. Then was told basically that I had to buy a mask, walk back out, put the mask on, and walk back in. Is this the fucking life you want to live, people? This doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I've already walked in to be told that I have to have a mask and I need to buy one, walk back out, put the mask back on, and walk back in. Pretty sure that, like I said, I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure scientifically, medically, that's not going to work. So once I'm seated, I can take the mask off and I can eat and drink and I can move freely. I can go to the bathroom, I can go check my Keno ticket, but to walk through the door to get into the establishment, I had to be wearing a mask. So, if someone could please explain to me how this works. Oh, and by the way, social distancing inside there was not happening. The place wasn't packed full. I wish it would have been. It wasn't packed full, but they were sitting right directly next to each other, you know, probably happy that they finally get to open up and all that, and everybody floods there, and then they all follow this rule that they have to wear a mask. So I'm really confused on the common sense part of this, because common sense tells me that I'm already in the building, all right? And I've got a pocket full of cash. ready to spend everywhere I go up here, because I feel bad for them. You know, if you watch my last video, I feel bad for them, and I still feel bad for them because now they have this control measure in place. You know, once again, if it's for your own safety, that means it's for their control, and that's a fact. Anytime they use the word safety, they mean control. It's to keep you safe, you know, because we're not grown adults and we can't figure it out ourselves, and you know, they don't want natural selection to take place. I guess they're trying to stop it, but you know, I've told people many times, God decides, okay, on what happens to us. Not a president, not a governor, not a mask. God decides. So it's okay that I walked all the way in to be told to buy a mask and walk all the way back out, put the mask on, and then walk all the way back in and then take the mask off, so I could have a beer and some chicken wings or whatever they were gonna. I don't even know what was on the menu. I have no idea. Didn't even get a chance to look at the menu. So you explain to me how this makes sense. So I'm on my way down to the next place, another town up here, to see what happens. So I'm kind of wondering if I just pull my shirt up over my face to walk in, or do I just walk in and see what they say? Because I don't know if this is a rule that Big Gretch made for opening up here, or this is a rule that the establishment said, hey, let's do it this way, which I gotta think that they're smarter than that they should know that's not going to work. And I won't comply. I'm sorry. I will spend the weekend up here, but I'll go all the way back home again with the same amount of money that I came up with, that I planned on spending. So you gotta believe that knee-jerk reaction, which is, you know, what the government's great at, and which a lot of people fall for, was not very well thought out when they said, well, you know, they never thought about, well, what if somebody walks all the way in and we don't stop them at the door? Is it going to make sense for us to tell them that you have to buy a mask, go outside, put it back on, and then walk back in again, and then once you're seated, go ahead and take the mask off and you're good? Who did this? Who came up with this plan and said, yeah, this is what'll keep people safe? I want to know who came up with this plan that this will make people safe. Is it an establishment? Were these the new guidelines put out by Big Gretch? Or is this just, you know, a bar owner trying to, a bar restaurant owner trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Use visual stimulation, which, by the way, the government are masters at. Visually stimulate you, so you think in your mind and your heart that they're trying to keep me safe. And I even had a beer I haven't had a beer yet. So I mean, the last video I made, I had a couple, and I got excited, I know, and people said, oh, I could see you spitting all over the place. Well, you know, I'm in my own truck, and I'm not a masturbator, if you know what that is. I don't wear a mask while I'm driving alone. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? I just don't get it. I don't understand the theory, the science, the medical reasoning behind, and I'll say it again, walking in, buy a mask, walk back out, put the mask on, walk back in, sit down, take the mask off. Please, somebody explain to me how this works. How does this work? I'm sorry, how does this theory, that this safety measure, this requirement, which didn't say required on the door, it said please wear a mask. That's all it said. And I went to Meijer earlier, where downstate, stopped in there, and the parking lot was full, and there were people everywhere, and on the door it said please wear a mask, and I did not wear a mask, and I was around hundreds of people inside Meijer, and probably half of them were a mask, the other half weren't wearing a mask. So, and I'm still alive. You know, nothing happened. But I go to drive through this little small town, and boom, I'm told to do this. So, let me know what you think about this, because I just don't get it, and there's perhaps I never will get it. You know, by the way, and there's another Trump. There's Trump flags and Trump signs, and there's Trump everything up here. You know, this is the salt of the earth, man. I mean, and these people are patriots, but yet what's going to happen to them if they don't wear a mask? Are they going to lose their business license? They're going to lose their liquor license? I mean, I don't know. Our founders are ashamed of us right now, and I'm really can't believe that what just happened to me, what I was told, and how embarrassed she sounded under her mask to tell me to do that. That's just I don't know. I'm almost up to the next place here. You know, luckily up here there's a cool little establishments here and there, and we'll see what happens next at this next place. All right, wish me luck. No mask. Adios.